career. It took Michael a few years before he got his first championship, and Patrick, in year one, had us on the cusp of making the Super Bowl. So, Shannon, do you agree that Mahomes is off to a better start to his career than MJ?
Yeah, it's not even close in terms of their pro career, Skip. Mahomes is off to the best start that we've ever seen for a quarterback in his young career. You figure he won the MVP in the second season, his first season as a starter. He was Super Bowl MVP in his third season, second season as a starter. He's made the Pro Bowl every single year. He's 25 wins and one loss in his last 26 games. And he's reached the AFC Championship game in all 3 years, and all 3 of them have been held in Kansas City. Jordan didn't have that level of team success, Skip. He was an outstanding player, but he didn't enjoy the level of team success. His team didn't win a playoff series until his 4th season, didn't reach the finals until his 7th season, and didn't win his first MVP until his 4th season. So when you just look at it, Skip, when you just look at, okay, he did this, 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 and this, and Jordan was not thought of as the best player in year 2 or year 3 in the league. That was still went to Larry Bird or Magic Johnson. So for me, Skip, I don't think it's close. Now, we know what once Michael started winning MVPs, once Michael got through the won his first championship, we know what he became. But to start a career, Skip, I don't believe it's close. I don't believe a player in the NFL has had a career in his first 3 years as a starter comparable to this young man. And I definitely don't think Mike had a career comparable to his.
Shannon, you got to step back from this and say, what are you doing?
What?
This is a Lord have mercy. Help him, Lord. He knows not of what he speaks.
Only if he's lying. Did he tell a lie? Correct the lie, and we can move forward.
This is difficult for me because I knew Clark Hunt when he was a little kid because I knew his mama and his daddy very well, and they're very special people, as you know. Lamar Hunt, Norma's wife.
The AFC Championship trophy is named after him. He called the Super Bowl.
And Clark is a good man who's right now stuck on a runaway train that is in danger of leaving the tracks. He just invoked the name, just unsolicited, of Michael Jeffrey Jordan and put Patrick in the same sentence with Jordan. You got to stop it. You got to give me a break, give us a break, and especially give Patrick a break. Because you don't need to go there. The comparison, I'm sorry, it is just so wrong. Because Jordan joined the worst team in the league. It was one of the worst. And it was just horrible for the first 3 years, and he kept it barely afloat until Scotty got there. At least he had one credible teammate, and then they just took off in their 4th year and went 50-32 after 3 losing seasons. And in that 2nd season, they went 30-52 because he missed just about the whole year, as you know, with a broken foot. And he came back for the final month, played sparingly on a minutes count, and then he goes to Boston Garden and scores 63 on the Celtics, and Larry Bird said, I think it was God disguised as Michael Jordan. Well, that's who he was then. He was doing sensational things with no help. So now let's flip it over and look at what happened to Patrick Mahomes. It was rigged for him to be great out of the box because look what he inherited. You want to talk about a silver platter.
How many playoff games did Alex Smith win for Kansas City?
Okay, here's the point. With Alex Smith at quarterback in 2015, 2016, and 2017, here are the records: 11-5, 12-4, and 10-6. They did not win their playoff game, but guess what? Yeah, here's an for you. Help me out. Travis Kelce made Pro Bowl teams all 3 of those years and made first-team All-Pro one of those years. That's Travis Kelce. He was already there. He's playing at the supreme level that we see now already.
I didn't hear anybody
3 Pro Bowls.
Skip. Everybody was talking about Gronk.
Tyreek was a rookie in 2016, so he played 2016 and 2017 without Patrick. And guess what he did? He made 2 Pro Bowls and made first-team All-Pro.
As what?
First-team All-Pro.
As what? You got to tell the people what he made first-team All-Pro as. As a receiver or as a returner?
Shannon.
Oh, okay.
They were special already. Who is the best offensive mind in the game? It's obviously Andy Reid. Who handpicked Patrick Mahomes and said, I'm going to make you a star? It was Andy Reid. So when he made him sit for a year and watch for a year, and then he says, here, I'm going to hand you the keys, but you can drive, man. I know you're not quite of driving age, but I'm just going to give you the car. I'm going to give you the Ferrari, and you can just drive it all over the road because I don't really care.
Right. But
I want you to make me look special.
But, Skip, I thought you said playoffs is where it's at. You said these great regular season numbers, but you said you didn't care because that's what you ripped Peyton Manning for. Peyton Manning had these great stats. They had these great records, but come playoff times, he couldn't get it done, and you and others ripped him. Alex Smith had these great numbers. Come playoff times, even as he had an 18-point lead against the Tennessee Titans, he gagged it. He had, He was up 21-24 against Indy, and Andrew Luck walked him down. So you keep telling me he was doing all these great things, but he didn't have playoff success. Now, all of a sudden, that kid goes there, and in the regular season, he's 38-8.
You know what? You got me. Patrick Mahomes is better than Alex Smith. You got me on that one. I will give you that.
Skip, all Clark Hunt said, if you look at the first 4 years...
Why would you even bring up the name?
Why not?
Because you're saying he's going to be better than Michael Jordan.
That's not what he said.
That's where you're heading.
Said, that ain't what he said.
That's the suggestion, the implication.
No, ain't no implication. No, Skip. If you let me, I'm going to tell you exactly what I want to say. I don't want you to infer anything from what I said. I told you what I said. If you look at the first 4 years of their career, Patrick Mahomes has had a better start to his career than Michael Jordan. Don't infer anything else after that. That's it.
People were watching Jordan saying, we've never seen anything like this.
What you think they said about him? You just said they already said he to go.
Okay, I want you on the record right now. Is he going to have a better career than Michael Jordan?
No, because that's not what Clark Hunt said. No. Clark Hunt said he had a better start to his career than Michael Jordan. He didn't say he's going to have a better career. You see what you tried to do?
It's also disrespectful to the quarterback on the other sideline on Sunday night because that quarterback, in his first year starting, went 11-3 in the regular season, and he inherited, guess what, a team that went 5-11 the year before and was 0-2 when he fell out of heaven into Belichick's lap after Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
Right.
And he went 11-3 the rest of the way, and he won the Tuck Rule game. I'll be the first to tell you, he shouldn't have won it.
If you don't mind me asking, Skip, in the next year, after they won the Super Bowl, what happened the next year?
Well, I'm not finished yet, because in the Tuck Rule game, he threw for 238 yards, did Tom Brady, in the second half in a driving snow. Nobody noticed because it was unspectacularly spectacular.
Well, first of all, anything that happened after the Tuck, after you get a reprieve like that, nothing else should matter. She shouldn't have thrown for another yard. The game should have ended.
Okay.
You know that, I know that. Okay. But you still ain't told the people what happened after 2001.
But no. And then he goes to the Super Bowl against the greatest show on turf. John Madden's up in the TV booth at the end of the game saying, you know what, you got to shut it down, take this kid out of harm's way. And to Belichick's credit, he said, let him throw.
Right.
And he threw through three. He makes 5 straight completions. Second to last was for 23 yards to Troy Brown to set up that was a 54-yard field goal, and then he throws 6 more yards to David Patton, and it sets up a 48-yard field goal, and they win the game. The first game-winning drive to win a ring by Tom Brady, he's the MVP of the game, and in his 3rd year, he's the MVP of a shootout Super Bowl against Carolina, and we're saying this kid's had a better start to his career?
Actually, Skip, that was his 4th year because in 2002, they missed the playoffs. They were 8-8.
No, but I'm saying in his 3rd year starting.
Yeah, my third year starting.
Okay.
But let me ask you a question. In those first 4 years for Tom Brady, who said Tom Brady was the best player, the best quarterback in the game?
Nobody ever does. Nobody ever has. He's the most underappreciated player in the history of this league.
There was a time that people said Tom Brady is the best quarterback. But none of that.
I don't know about that.
None of that was in the first 4 years of his career. He didn't win an MVP until the 8th year of his career.
Okay, what if I told you all along? There's no wow factor. He does not sell because he is textbook precision clutch. He's long drive clutch. He's almost clutch beyond the naked eye. It's hard to process just how beautifully he's playing the game of football, but he doesn't have that kid's wow factor. He doesn't throw no looks. He doesn't throw it behind the back or between the legs or left-handed. Nope. He just completes passes.
So what does he do? I mean, you may see the thing is with Skip, you make it seem like he's all show, he's all flash with no substance.
No, there's
yes, he's frosting, but it's a damn good cake up underneath that frosting. Don't pretend like he can't play and he's just throwing no looks. I ain't gonna let you do that.
Okay, but in the first 3 years of starting, I'll take Brady. Man, how do you top that?
Easy. Skip, Your guy won Super Bowl MVP throwing for 140 yards. 140.
Well, then he won it throwing for, what was it, like 340 against Carolina?
That guy had more touchdowns in his first year of starting than Brady did in his first 2 years of starting.
Game's different. Andy Reid is different.
It wasn't different for Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning, they let Peyton Manning throw the ball. Why?
Okay, remember, Tom Brady was having to win in spite of a defensive head coach named Bill Belichick.
Skip, you know good and well Tom Brady could not do the thing this early in his career like this kid. Don't do that.
No, I disagree with that. When you pull off against I covered those Raiders. They were better than the Patriots that year, and he beat them. He got...
Everybody
3 Pro Bowls.
Skip, everybody was talking about